Yo! Hey guys, this is Dean Blaid. If you did not know or could not read who this battle is from, I uploaded a video asking for some battles, and this guy commented, and here we are. So, he has a pretty standard team with Talonflame, Kangaskhan, Greninja, all that good stuff. I have some just pokes that I'm throwing together and I've wanted to use recently. So I have my specially defensive Bastion, which is pretty good right now actually. It walls a lot of stuff and it's one of the only pokes that gets stealth rocks. I have my Golurk, which is pretty awesome because I just threw a 2 IV Gola in with a 3 IV Ditto, and hey, what do you know, first tag flawless Gola, so I was pretty happy about that. I have my Specs Magnezone. I have my Cryogonal, which doesn't really do anything, it always just dies. But whatever. I have physically defensive Crobat and a Jolly max speed Machamp. So I'm really just trying to get Machamp or Golurk just to kill some things this game. So, and they kind of do that. But anyway, let's just get right into the battle, shall we? So this battle is against Killshar, I think that's what his name is, and I'm going to lead with Bastiodon because it pretty much can handle anything on his team except the Kangaskhan. So that's going to happen. He's going to lead with the Greninja. I'm just going to go for the Metal Burst here because even if he wants a U-turn, I don't want to risk the fact that he can go for Surf or Hydro Pump and bring me down on my Sturdy and just have a useless Bastiodon after that. So I'm going to go for the Metal Burst as he goes into Fortress, which is fine. I guess it breaks his Sturdy, but it doesn't really matter that much. I'm going to go for the Taunt here. He might be able to outspeed me if he's not running Gyro Ball. So I'm just going to go for the Taunt just so he can only get a max of 1 layer of hazards up. He gets up his spikes, which is okay, I'm going to taunt him. And I've seen this a couple times on Fortress, but I haven't seen it any other times, and I've never really prepared for it. He's going to go for the Earthquake, and if I've seen more Fortresses with Earthquake, I would have gone for the Metal Burst right there, but I didn't, and I kind of just blanked out and didn't really think that he might have it. So Bastiodon gets chunked out a little bit here, and I get up my rocks, which is fine. He's going to go for the Rapid Spin, though. I should have predicted this and went to Golurk, but I just went into my Crobat because I have Taunt on it and I'm immune to the Earthquake, so he's going to spin away the rocks, which is fine, I guess. I'm going to go for the U-turn, thinking that he would switch because he's taunted, but then I'm thinking, wait, if he has Spikes, Earthquake, and Rapid Spin, there's no way he has Volt Switch. But he stayed in, so I'm guessing he does, so I'm just going to go into my Golurk. And he doesn't have rocks, which is amazing, so my Cryogonal won't get hurt by any hazards, and it's going to be awesome. So I'm going to go into my Golurk here. His taunt wears off, so he's going to want to get up his hazards, his 3 layers of spikes, so I'm going to go and set up the Substitute, because this is a really cool Golurk. I just like this. Golurk gets Phantom Force now, and I'm going to get up a sub, and then I can Phantom Force and get a bunch of Lefty's recovery, and he can't even do anything about it. And it's a pretty strong stab move as well. But it doesn't really do much to Fortress because it's Fortress, and he's just going to break my sub with an Earthquake. I honestly didn't think this would break, but I guess it does exactly 25% to me and it winds up breaking it. So I am just going to go for the Earthquake here, and he winds up switching out into his Kangaskhan, which was, I guess he thought I was going to go for sub again, or maybe a Phantom Force one more time. But I don't. I go for the Earthquake just because I want to whittle him down because I saw that he could break my sub with Earthquake. But I get a crit, which doesn't really matter too much because this is a defensive Crobat, and he winds up going for Sucker Punch this turn, and I don't get hit by anything anyway. So, yeah, and I'm going to go for the U-turn here, and you're going to see how much this does anyway. So, that does practically nothing because it's a Mega King compared to what normal Kangaskhan's do. And then I'm just going to U-turn out, kill it. If I didn't get the crit, I would have had to stand and Brave Bird it a couple times, but I would have still been able to live. I'm gonna go into my Cryogonal because I can just do that, and I want to get these hazards out of the way. But he sends in Talonflame. I'm gonna stay in because I have the Focus Sash, and I'm gonna go for the Toxic because I don't want him being a bulk up Roost one and sweeping my team with that. So I'm gonna get off the Toxic so he can't do that. But I don't see an item here. I should have taken into the account that he might be Choice Banded. And I go into my Bastiodon just because I'm just going to sack it right now because it's really low because I took an Earthquake. He's going to go for the Brave Bird. It did a lot considering I quad resisted and I'm a Bastiodon. And right here, he's gonna switch out, and I keep forgetting that this thing is banded. Like, I don't even take into the account that he might be banded, like, once this entire battle. So he's gonna go into his fortress. I'm just gonna go for a Rock Blast, because I just felt like going for it. I should have gone for Taunt, because I should have honestly predicted this, but I'm gonna hit 5 Rock Blasts, and I get a crit with one, which is pretty funny. And it doesn't do anything, because it's Bastiodon attacking a fortress. So I'm just gonna leave Bastiodon to die here, because he's pretty low anyway. I'm just gonna go for rocks just in case he might want to go for like Volt Switch or something. I don't know. Yeah, so I die. I am going to go into my Cryogonal because he can't touch me with anything except Volt Switch and Rapid Spin. So I'm gonna go for the recover here, and he's gonna Earthquake. I guess he doesn't realize that Cryogonal has Levitate, or it was just a misclick, but I'm just gonna go for the Rapid Spin, get his spikes out of here, and Cryogonal using Rapid Spin looks really funny. It looks like it's like a jet engine or something. And he's gonna Volt Switch out. He's gonna go back into his Talonflame, and this is where I should have realized he was Choice Banded. Because I didn't think he was, I switch out into my Crobat, thinking, okay, I can probably take 2, right, after Black Sludge Recovery. So he's gonna go for it. I'm like, wait, that did a lot. He's totally Choice Banded, and I should have just sacked Cryogonal because I do it anyway. Because I want to keep my Crobat alive, because he has the, I forget what he has. He has a Fortress, yeah, so I can taunt it and Roost him on it and stuff. But, see, I wound up just taking 100, like, pointless damage on my Crobat. But Talonflame's gonna go down, which is always a good thing. I'm gonna go into my Magnezone on the Blind Switch. He's gonna go into Klefki, which is really awesome for me, because this thing is trapped, and all it can do is set up screens. So I'm just gonna go for a T-Bolt, because I know it can OHKO, but he sets up the light screen, which is okay, I guess. And I see here that he doesn't have the Light Clay, because he has lefties. So I'm gonna try to stall out the screens, so I can OHKO, like, everything else on his team with my Magnezone. So after this Klefki dies from another Thunderbolt, 3 turns of Light Screen have already gone by. That crit doesn't... The crit totally mattered, come on. And, he's gonna go into Fortress, and then we can live a T-Bolt with the Light Screen up. I'm gonna switch out. I'm gonna go into my Crobat, because it's exactly why I saved Crobat, and I wanted it. But here, I'm gonna go for the Taunt, because I want as much HP as possible, so I can live any hit from Greninja with my Machamp or my Magnezone. He's gonna go for the Volt Switch here, which I actually wind up living, which is, I guess, it's whatever. I guess it gives me another turn to stall out screens. But he's gonna go into his Magnezone. I know some Magnezones carry Sub, and I just want to taunt that thing so that can't happen, because that would be really bad. And yeah, so my Crobat's gonna die. I am going to go into my Cephalon now, which is my Golurk. Because I'm running max speed, I can probably outspeed this thing if he's not choiced, but if he's choiced, he's probably running speed, so he can't hit me anyway. So it's a safe switch. I'm gonna go for the Earthquake, get a crit. It doesn't really matter, because with the next damage, with the damage from the next one, you can clearly tell that it would have been a 3-hit KO anyway. So he's just gonna Earthquake, and looking at that damage, I kind of like derped out. I'm like, oh wait, that didn't do that much damage at all. Maybe if I go for a sub, it won't break the sub. Maybe he just got max damage on the other 2 Earthquakes. And so I go for sub, and I wound up losing 25% of my health for no reason, which is whatever, I guess. It doesn't really matter in the long run anyway. But, so Fortress is not looking too healthy right now, and one more Earthquake's gonna finish it off. So, right now, he has his Greninja and his Magnezone left. So, I am gonna basically sack my Golurk here, because I can't do anything with it. Oh, I could kill Magnezone, but in the position where I'm at right now, it's the best to sack this thing so I can get a free switch into my Magnezone, because I know from past experience that I could live a Life Orb Hydro Pump, but he turns out to have Surf, which means I can live anyway. I'm gonna go for the Volt Switch here on the off chance that he goes for the Grass Knot so he can like live a T-Bolt, and he's actually gonna U-turn and go into his own Magnezone, and that's great because now I can't be trapped and locked into Thunderbolt. So I'm gonna Volt Switch out, go into Arnie, the Machamp that winds up cleaning up this game, and I'm Jolly Max Speed. I can outspeed this thing, kill the close combat easy, and so yeah, the thing's gonna go down, and his last poke is Greninja, I'm just gonna sack this thing. I did a damage calc. My Magnezone can live a Surf from full HP, and he's gonna go for the Ice Beam because it's just as strong as Surf, and I wind up living with 2 HP, which is kind of funny. I'm just gonna kill that thing with Knockoff. So that was a good game, Killshar, and yeah. So R&D did a little bit of work. Golurk kind of broke through his walls, I guess you could say that. And anyway, that was a good battle. So I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.